Hi friends, this is Abhishek once again, and today we are going to talk about the five indications on the palm which indicate that in near future you become a rich person or you already have some richness in your family. So let's get started, and before getting starting the videos, just request to you please subscribe the channel with the sample palm which I already take for you and start the marking. And if you have a very good fade line and it is started from the wrist, I just mark it. This is your wrist. This is called money band in Hindi. And if your fade line started from here and your sartan mount, this is your sartan mount is quite developed, and along with sartan mount your sun mount is also developed, and having a sun line like this, it may be short. So this is one of the auspicious indications in your hand, which indicates that people having these kind of indications have the good amount of money in their life, and they spend a good time, luxurious time in their life. So this is one of the first indications which I give you, means your fate line starting from the wrist and goes to the mount of Saturn, and along with your mount of Sun is quite good, and having the sun line too, which is another very good indication. And if if your lifeline, this is your lifeline, is quite round, and one of your lines, very thin lines, is coming moon from moon to the, and it joins to the fate line. It's another very good indication of money matters. The persons who having, the person or the woman having this kind of indications have the good amount of money in their life. And often people asking me about the parental properties, whether they get a parental properties or not. So in this video we are also discussing on that. And often people asking me which hand to read, whether it is left hand or it is right hand. There is a so many contradictions has been there around the so many videos, but my recommendations is that if you are a palmist, just check the both hands rather than to take one hand. Yes, for the right for the gents, and left for the ladies. But in my case, when I started checking these palms, I will check the both palms because the conclusion is coming from the both palms along with your date of birth details if you have. If you don't have the date of birth details, I have no regret for that. I will check your palm only. But if you have the date of birth details, that it will be better to check more precisely. Okay, now coming from the subject and talking about the parental properties, which is people often ask me about whether they get their parental properties or not. If you have a very good fate line, oh sorry, if you have a very good lifeline like this, and the roundish lifeline, and you have a Mars line over here, this thing is indications that you will get your parental properties. Along with them, you will very curable in your health issues. Suppose you have a breaks kind of things happening in your lifeline, and you have a you have present a Mars line, which is called Mangal Rekha in Hindi. People having these kind of tendencies, having a good amount of money from their parental things, means you will get so many land, so many houses from your parents, parental properties. Moving ahead for the fourth indications, if your fate line is bit separate from the lifeline like this is there is a gap between these two, and your lifeline is quite roundish, and uh, your fate line is starting from the wrist, and it had some broad things like this, and as the line is goes it's become very thin. It is another way to indicate that the persons who have these kind of indications have good good money from business, and these peoples are very, very rich in terms of money making. So means it start very broad like this. There's a gap between the lifeline and the fate line, and afterwards it has become very thin. So this is another very good indications. Last but not the least indication, if your mount is in a straight positions like this, not like a mountain kind of things, it is straight, they are in sequence, and all the mounts are developed like Jupiter, Saturn, Sun and Mercury, and along with the Venus and and Moon. All the mounts are very developed and in a straight sequence, like the I mark it on the figure. So this will another indication that person's coming with a good background of money, good amount of financial stability in their life. So these are the 5 or 6 indications which I give to you in today's video. Hope you like this video. And if you have any questions and if you want it, I will check your palm. Before giving more information, I will just clear to all the viewers who are watching these videos and who want to contact me. This all the analysis are paid. You have to pay the fees first, and this fees will be raised in January. So till December, the fees is stable, and the first January 2018, the fees will be increased. So if you want to take the advantage of these kind of things, you just contact us as 9411848508 99962382353, and we have a email bhatnagar2411 at gmail.com, and also you can watch my website abhishekbhatnagar.in double line advice.com, and you can join our numerology readings groups too, and when we have a time we'll check it and answer your questions.